Thank you for joining Tarot Living. In today's video, we're going to look at the Tarot Ace of Cups. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, it's Ray with Tarot Living. Thanks so much for joining. So on my channel, we talk about all things spiritual. So if you're interested in tarot, astrology, psychic development, you'll want to subscribe and make sure to hit the bell notification to be sure you get an email when I do post a video. And also join me on Facebook and Instagram. All of the links are in the description below. Thank you for joining me. In this video series, we will be reviewing all of the Tarot Minor Arcana cards in detail. In order to understand the meaning of any of the Minor Arcana cards, the best approach is to keep in mind some basic building blocks of tarot. So first, we'll look at the suit and the associating element on each card. And second, we'll look at the number on the card and the meaning of that number. Third, we will also review astrological attributions related to each card. This will bring us to discussing card meanings along with symbolism. And I will then give you keywords and key phrases that you can take away. So let's get started. All right, so in this video, we're going to be focusing on the Ace of Cups, and you can see a couple of beautiful renditions of the Ace of Cups in this picture. It's actually a wonderful card to get in a reading, whether you're doing a reading for yourself or a reading for other people. Some of the key words for the suit of cups and the element of water include emotions, feelings, and matters of the heart. The cup and water energy tends toward feeling rather than thinking or rationalizing. In addition, the element of water is sensitive and represents our innermost desires and dreams. Additionally, if you see a cup card in a reading, they often relate to relationships, connection with others, as well as how we nurture ourselves and other people. A wonderful aspect about the element of water is that it allows us to get in touch with our imagination, creative gifts, and our intuition. All right, so now that we've looked at the element of the suit, let's move on and take a look at some characteristics of this number. Now just keep in mind that for each minor arcana suit, there's really a journey that we're looking at from ace to 10. And each of those numbers has certain characteristics and brings us to a different part of the journey of that suit. So I'm going to give you some key words of the number 1, and that will help you understand how the characteristics of this number as a building block adds to the meaning of this card. Some key words are beginning of a cycle, a starting point, conception, new project or adventure, and it can relate to the origin or seed of pure potential of the suit. So you have to understand that the ace is not really a manifestation yet in the journey that we were talking about from ace to 10. It's not a manifestation of the suit, it's really the pure potential of that suit. As well, aces relate to initiation and an opportunity for new growth. So you can see some really similar ideas here, the starting point, the conception, and that's what the ace is all about. All right, so the third building block you can look at is how astrology is related to each card. All of the minor arcana cards, aside from aces, have both a planet and a sign that are attributed to them. Because the aces do not have a planet and a sign attributed, we're going to actually move through this particular section very quickly. And if you'd like to know more about how astrology affects the other minor arcana, please move on to all of the other videos of the minors from 2 to 10. All right, so now that we've reviewed some of the building blocks for this card, let's move on to discussing the card meaning. The key here is to keep these building blocks in mind and ask yourself how they connect in order to help you understand the card meaning more easily. Then lastly, I'll provide you with some key words and phrases that you can take away. The Ace of Cups is a lovely card to have come up in a reading. It often refers to an upsurge of new feelings or emotions. the beginning of a romantic relationship or friendship, or the first seeds of imagination for a creative project. You can see how the key words for the number 1 relate to this card. The Ace of Cups can also refer to happiness, dreams we hold within our hearts, compassion, and of course love. This card, being a water element, can also relate to how your intuition rises up to help guide you, or a new spiritual awakening you experience. The symbolism of this card suggests there is a hand of God at play, offering the cup from the clouds. The 5 streams depicted in this card are thought to correspond to the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water, plus a 5th stream that can represent spirit or even our consciousness. Alternatively, you could look at the streams as the fluidity and flow of the various emotions that we experience. You can see the streams flow into a body of water below with blossoms, showing how water gives life to natural cycles. The little droplets you see beside and below the cup are actually in the shape of the Hebrew letter of Yod, which translates to mean hand, again referencing the divine aspect of this card, with the hand of God bringing manifestation into our physical world. The dove is often thought to be a spiritual bird, representing a messenger of God giving peace and love. Or you can view it as the Holy Spirit descending to provide life-giving divine energy, which is one of the reasons why this card is often related to fertility. The dove holds a white host or Eucharist, which is the sacrament of communion, again bringing in the divine into physical manifestation. Or less religiously, you can view it as a symbol of the circle of life, with the 4 points on the cross representing each of the 4 elements. Lastly, we see the letter M upside down on the chalice. So if you review Pamela Coleman Smith's letters on the tarot card, it does not appear to be a W, but rather an inverted M. There are various interpretations of the meaning. It could represent the feminine supernal mother energy on the tree of life, or it may be the Hebrew letter Mem, which represents the element of water. That's personally how I look at it. Or it could represent the word mystery related to the Holy Spirit. Mary Greer in her website blog has written actually quite extensively about this, so I'll leave a link below. Overall, there is a great deal of symbolism suggesting there is a spiritual or divine essence that connects us to the emotional and spiritual world within. So now I'll provide you with some keywords that you can take away related to the meaning of this card. Okay, so now that we've looked at the building blocks that make up this card, it's going to be much easier to understand the card meaning. So some of the keywords can be an upsurge of new feelings, the beginning of a friendship or a relationship, a sense of happiness, compassion for others, love available to receive, the start of a project or enterprise, often through drawing upon your imagination or creativity. The Ace of Cups also suggests there is a potential for emotional support surrounding you in whichever area of life the reading focuses on. Additionally, this card can refer to your intuition, such as a spark of intuitive understanding, or a desire to begin exploration into your inner world of emotions or intuition. And finally, it can refer to dreams, wishes, and desires of the heart. So I hope this helps you to understand the Ace of Cups in a more detailed light by looking at the building blocks that make up the meaning of this card. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Take care.